Hello there, Eddie Mercado here with BloodyElbow.com, and today I will be speaking with UFC welterweight Max Griffin as he is headed to UFC on Fox 28 to take on Platinum Mike Perry on February 24th. So let's give Max a call and find out what he's been up to since his fight of the night in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Find out how this fight with Mike Perry came to be, and maybe what he has in store for Orlando, Florida. Mr. Max Payne Griffin, how are you, sir?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for taking the time out once again. You are currently 13-4 in your mixed martial arts journey, headed into UFC on Fox 28 in Orlando, Florida, taking on Mike Platinum Perry. How are things?
Man, they're beautiful, man. They're coming along. They're coming along great. They're coming along super great.
Yeah, that's all. I see. What's this I see? You're on social media. You got an opportunity to go talk to some school kids. What was going on with that?
Man, it's my new thing, bro. It's one of my new life callings. I've always been interested in, like, you know, if you look at those, like, motivational speakers on YouTube and those motivational videos, like Les Brown, E.T., the hip hop preacher, all that stuff, like that stuff touches me, you know what I mean? Seriously, I used to drive to work and like tear up listening to those videos about being the best and doing all you can. And I had an opportunity. A friend of mine at NorCal MMA, he's actually a teacher at a high school, or elementary school, and he's been asking me. We've been bouncing it around, like, yeah, I'll do it. And then, well, what day? You know? And we finally nailed down a day, and it ended up being yesterday. I was nervous. I was more nervous for that than I was my fight, man. My fight, whatever. You know, that's one day in the office. To go talk to, you know, a few hundred fifth and sixth graders about, you know, following your dreams and having discipline and, you know, going all out. It was so fruitful, man. Like, literally, like, when I did it, I was like, this is juice, man. It was like heart food. Like, honestly, I always wanted to do it, but to do it and to see these kids, it's like it was Christmas for them. You know, opening like what they've always wanted. They were so happy, and I signed autographs, and they made me like, "Welcome Max Payne to the school." They had all these like posters that they drew like that week, and man, they were pumped. They held the belts, and dude, so now, I mean, I've always wanted to do it, but now I'm gonna start doing it flat out. I have too much to offer. You know, other than fighting. Fighting is kind of like a piece of it. But if I could go around, I mean, I got maybe 4, 5, 6 different people that are like, hey, come to my school too in the area.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to start doing it. I want to start learning more about it as far as, like, you know, being a better speaker and just learning different things. And I'm going to take it serious and start helping the community and helping these kids, man. There's too much bullshit going on these days, you know? And I'm living proof that you could still have some shit going on and be successful.
Yeah, I definitely respect it. That is definitely awesome. I love seeing people give back to the community. It's you know, it's a nice fresh breath of air. You know, in the fight game, there's so much like just trash talking and, you know, people failing drug tests and like so much negativity surrounding the sport that, I mean, I really love when I see fighters, you know, actively doing things to, I mean, not only just help the world, but, you know, portray fighters in a positive light because they're people too, right? You know?
Yeah, no, you know, most of us.
Yeah.
Some of us are piece of shits, you know, but some of us are good. And like I said, I could use my, you know, my small amount of fame that I have now to reach kids. I mean, to them, I'm like a superhero, you know? So to help them, and I mean, the excitement was, dude, they were pumped, screaming, and I mean, I can't wait. I'm telling you, like, it felt, dude, when I was like tearing up in the car when I was done, I was like, oh my god, that was like beyond great. Like,
yeah.
That's like one of the best things I've ever done. Like, flat out top 5, like things I've like it. You know, I don't know. To me, it was like having a kid, like, kind of thing. Like, it was like, because I have a son, you know what I mean? So just, but just to see how they were affected and, like, they were lit up. And, you know, I had teachers, like, hit me up, like, last night about, you know, how it changed the kids. And you know, how they're feeling better about themselves and they're trying harder, and, you know, like, that's what it's about. You know, everyone needs a little bit of motivation, you know, so I just, like, connected my belts. I brought some old belts in and connected, like, hardships I had in certain fights and overcame obstacles, and don't give up, you know what I mean? It was great.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. Absolutely awesome. Well, the last time we saw you in the UFC Octagon, it was back in October. Elizeu Zaleski dos Santos, Sao Paulo, Brazil, and this fight was an absolute banger. I mean, absolute banger. You hurt him, he hurt you. I mean, it was so back and forth. What are your feelings on that instant classic, your time in Brazil and receiving Fight of the Night honors?
Man, the whole experience was so dope. First, I got the fight. It's one of those fights when you get that call, you're like, oh, I know who that is. You know what I mean? He just spotlighted me good in a hella good fight. I was like, fuck, dude, they're both good, you know? And then when I got that call, I was like, you're fighting him. Well, first they tried to get me to fight in Poland. They asked me, say, do you want to fight in Poland or do you want to fight in Brazil? Go to Poland. That's what I said, honestly. But they couldn't find me a fight. They couldn't find me a fight for Poland. So I was like, oh, you know. So then, a few minutes later, you know, they made that fight in Brazil. Let's go. I mean, that kind of fight, because, you know, if you fight someone like that, it's no joke. You know, it's like, welcome to the UFC. You know, if you know who he is and that. And hell of a fight. I trained my balls off for that fight. I was winning the fight before I got hurt. You know, made a mistake. And then I almost died standing up, you know. I kept it together. I kept throwing. I was hurt. I was on Bambi legs, man. And still tried to kill the guy when I was hurt, you know. And that's what kept me in the fight. And that's what the referee said after the fight. He's like, the only reason I didn't stop it is because you were still trying to throw.
Yeah.
You know, you should have backed up and tried to recover, but you just started throwing.
You actually,
I was like, yeah.
You
I
almost,
was out of it.
Yeah, you almost hit the referee at the end of the first round. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, my coach, after the round, my coach grabbed me and like, son, you're effed up right now. I was like, shit, I know, but I'm good. Came my next round and dropped him. You know what I mean? And almost won that third round. I didn't know how long I was on the cage. You know, kind of when you're messed up like that, you don't, time's weird. Time, it didn't slow down, but time is just not normal time. It's hard to explain. When you're rocked and it's just a blur, you know? But it was a hell of a fight. You know, if it wasn't that kind of fight, it wouldn't have got Fight of the Night. I spoke to Mick Maynard after the event. We sat back in the green room and we're looking, me and my team, like, okay, that wasn't Fight of the Night. That was too quick. So we're like, we might get it, you know. Minotauro Nogueira came up, was like, excellent fight, your heart. Oh my God, these like Lawrence was on his feet. I mean, the owners were on their feet, Max. He's like, I hope you get it, but he's like, you know how it is. They just give it to like the main event usually. It just kind of goes that way because you were lower on the card. Good luck, you know. I respect you. I gained so many Brazilian fans. Usually Brazilians don't like you when you fight one of their guys and all this. But they all, like, I mean, it was Brazil versus the world. Brazil versus U.S. pretty much in the back. It was all Brazil on one side versus someone else. And they all gave me love. Got back to the hotel, like, man, we might have got it, but you know how it is. The Kobe fight, all these fights, you know what I mean? There's so many fights on the card. I was like, so I was on Forbes at the bar, just checking, like refresh. You don't see 192 bonus, refresh. I mean, I was refreshing for like 15 minutes, and it popped up. Scrolled down, saw my name. Oh my God! Ah! Screaming in the bar at the hotel. Everyone was looking at me like something happened to me. Like, what happened? And then everyone started clapping. They knew, you know. And I saw Mick Maynard in there, and I was like, how'd you, you know, thank you, you know. I almost kissed the guy, and I was like, you know, who picks it? Who picks the bonus? He's like, me, Dana, the owners, Sean Shelby, we on a call, and no-brainer. It was a no-brainer. You got that Fight Night bonus. No-brainer. It was a no-brainer. You showed your heart. We can't wait to see you again. And we loved it. We absolutely loved it, Mox. We loved it.
That's an incredible impersonation.
Dude, it was so legit, dude. And we started jumping my coach. Ah! So, I mean, it changed my life, man, to get that bonus. I mean, I was bummed I lost, you know, but it was a good fight. I what can you do, you know?
Yeah,
So,
losses
especially
happen.
in Brazil, like, but it turned my mood around. I found the live Zoom, hugged, and like, yeah, you know, we got the bonus. I told him we got the bonus, you know, because I found out first what I want to say. And he's my brother forever, man. To fight someone like that. We were even in the back getting stitched up next to each other.
Yeah, I gotta ask.
He's on a table next to me.
When you go to war with someone like that, I mean, it's got to build some sort of bond, you know? Like, it's something that a lot of people don't get to experience. Like, laying everything out there.
That fight all the time. You to have those epic, like, those wars like that, those are the ones, I mean, you're always kind of cool with people you fight, usually. Oh, cool, man, you know? You have respect just in general. But he would be my brother to, like, die. That's that extra, like, level of respect going. I mean, I've dropped him twice, you know what I mean? And it was back and forth, and it changed my life, man. I made the choice that I used that bonus to quit my job and fight full time. So it was a blessing, man.
That's so awesome. Well, okay, so you quit your job. You got this fat bonus check. Did you do it in like the half-baked kind of way where you go in and you say, F you, you're cool, F you, I'm out? Or how'd you do it exactly?
Well, good thing I didn't do it like that. I mean, they've always shown me love and whatnot. So first I was going to do it pretty quick, but it ended up taking 2 months to get my check. Probably 2.5 months. I got it like the day, like Christmas week. Wow. You know, so that was a month, and that was like almost 8 weeks. So good thing I didn't say, peace, I'm out of here, you know, and been like broke for 2 months, you know. So I waited. I waited my options. I mean, I went back and forth. I mean, I was like, well, you know, what if I do quit? You know, what if I stay here? I got this far to, you know, work in. And I was like, you know what? I mean, if it didn't go any other way, if I would have dropped, you know, put him away when I hurt him in the first round, when I dropped him, if I would have finished him, I wouldn't have got any bonus. If I would have finished him in the second, wouldn't have got any bonus. You know what I mean? The fact that how it went and everything aside, all the other fights couldn't have been better than mine. That's why we got the fight night. So there's so many factors on getting fight of the night bonus. You know what I mean? And to get that, I feel like it was just meant to be. It just was meant to be. If I didn't get the bonus, they wouldn't be talking about me quitting my job because I wouldn't have been able to. So I had to take advantage. I didn't want to have any regrets. And they understood. You know what I mean? They understand. I mean, I could always go back, you know, if I want. If this doesn't work out and I don't want to do it, I'm always welcome back. I welcome back when I want.
And you know what's crazy is you were originally supposed to fight in Fortaleza, Brazil, against Sergio Moraes, but you happened to get injured and weren't able to fight in that match. But here you get rebooked, end up getting fight of the night, end up getting the bonus money, in turn being in a position to where you can quit your job. You're talking to kids now. It kind of sounds like everything is starting to kind of go, you know, you're like gaining a lot of momentum.
It's crazy how it turns out, you know, honestly. And then I lose my fight, you know, and then I get this Mike Perry fight on Fox.
That's crazy. How in the world did that fight come to be?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at even Eliza's fight, Dos Santos, he's fighting Jack Marshman on like an undercard in London or something. So that, I mean, who won that? You know what I mean? Hey, you know, it's it's wild how things turn out, and I'm excited. So this Mike Perry thing, I've known Mike for a while. We met on 202. We both got signed on 202. That was both our like UFC debut. I fought Kobe Covington. He fought Dong Hong Kim, or some Asian dude, you know.
Yeah, the stun gun, not the maestro.
Yeah, stun gun. He beat one of them, you know, and he did good. So that's like we were cool at that fight. You're like, oh man, you know, good job, blah blah. And I ran into her in Mexico City. She was fighting. I want to say Alex Nicholson was fighting Sam Alvey, and Mike came to corner him. So I seen him ran to Mike again, like, oh, what's up, bro, blah blah. So we've been cool, and then I seen him at the retreat. We linked up, played cornhole, was hitting the power pads together, and all this shit. Yeah, I'm fine. And we ran into Sean Shelby and was like, hey, man, we're going to fight. Me and Mike need to fight. We're both up and comers. We're both bangers. It's like, we need to fight. So I kind of, you know, was hoping we always would. And I'm sitting on my last day of work in a restaurant on my lunch, and my manager calls me. Like, literally, I put my 2 weeks in, and we fast forward to, like, the last day of my job, right? I'm sitting in the restaurant. My manager calls and goes, "We got to fight." And I'm like, "Well, spit it out, shit, you know?" And he's like, first thing, it's in the U.S. I was like, yeah. Hell yeah, I've been traveling my whole life, you know? And he's like, "It's in Orlando." Sweet. He's like, "Mike Perry." Oh, like, what? Hell yeah, man. Pumped in the restaurant. Everyone's looking at me like, what the hell happened to him? You know? I don't care where I'm at. I'll scream, I'll yell, I'll do whatever I want. You know, I don't care what people think. And I was pumped. Hell yeah, they want the fight. Instantly. Sign that fight. He took like 3 or 4 days to accept the fight, you know? He had to talk to his coaches and all that. But I was in Mike to accept the fight, you know? Yeah. I don't care who it is. I'm accepting the fight, you know what I mean? And I didn't know if he would, because I'm not ranked and this and that. And, you know, he's been fighting like main events and co-mains, and he's been up there popular. So I didn't, you know, he has a lot to lose fighting someone like me, you know, under the radar a little bit. And I appreciate it. He's going to blow me up. So
yeah, I mean, Mike Perry's a savage. I mean, when he wins, it's by knockout, and if he loses, it's by decision. You know, so how do you see your styles clashing out there, and are you hunting for another performance bonus?
Those are kind of inevitable. I'm looking more for the knockout of the night. I'll take the. It's kind of when you get a bonus, it's kind of like, oh, you can get these bonuses are real. Like, you can get these bonuses. And I feel like if you get a bonus once, you're kind of on the radar for bonuses. You know, it kind of puts you in the bonus club. Like Eliza he has like 4 bonuses. Zaleski Dos Santos, his last 3 fights were all fight of the night bonus. You know what I mean? And it was either 3 or 4. I looked on there like, you have 5 fights and 4 bonuses. I was like, you know what I mean? So once you get a bonus, I feel like you get like an extra feather to get another bonus. But I'm looking for knockout of the night. I mean, fight night if it happens. But he's good. He's a banger. I mean, we know he wins by knockout. He loses by decision. Well, I've knocked guys out. I've knocked 3 or 4 guys out that have never been knocked out ever. You know what I mean? So I'm excited. You know, he's a brawler. He's like a bull. You know. You know, I could change it up. I could be whatever I want. I could be the matador. I could be the bull. I could be the junkyard dog too, as you've seen. You know. So it's going to be a hell of a fight. I can't wait. He's going to bring it. He's a sav, and so am I. And they knew what they were doing by putting this on Fox for the world to see. Main card. I mean, they know what they're doing. You know, they know what they're doing. They know what they're getting into.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm excited to have this opportunity, man.
Well, how's training going for this? I know you frequent the Performance Institute there in Las Vegas. What exactly do you do there?
Dude, that was so validating. I mean, I said the most that trip did is validate all I've been doing. And yeah, I went a couple weeks ago, and we do these like they do these diagnostic tests on you and whatnot. And they check your strength and your explosiveness and your like mental speed, all this stuff. I was breaking records. I had like some of the highest scores they've ever seen for any weight, as far as my VO2 max, my cardio. They had this one test that you're supposed to run for 15 minutes before you're fat. It's like a metabolism thing before you burn fat, and then it switches to carbs at like a certain number. They said it'll only be 15 minutes. I ran on that thing for an hour and 20 minutes and ran almost 7 miles. I was like, what the? Dude, you said it was an easy test. You're like, well, I'm like, what's wrong with me? They're like, the opposite. Your body is special. You know what I mean? So there were certain things that I did, and they seen it. I was like, come check this out. Look at these scores. My strength. You know, my explosion, my actually raw power and stuff. I had numbers that, you know, they haven't seen for welterweights and stuff. So I'm basically like a superhero as far as my numbers. So it just added more confidence. I was already confident, but But for them to be like, holy shit, dude, well, look at these numbers. You know what I mean? I mean, they see guys every day. All these UFC guys, you know, Olympians, and they're, you know what I mean? So for me to go in there and them to be like impressed by my stuff and being like, dude, these numbers are like good, like for any weight class, not even this welterweight. I mean, these numbers are high. The highest we've seen is this number. You're like at that number. You know what I mean? Most guys are down here. So it just validated my training, my cardio, my strength, everything. So I can't wait. I mean, dude, I can't wait to fight. I can't wait.
I'm excited, man. I can't wait. What you got an official prediction on how you see the fight playing out itself?
I'm either catch him. I mean, I'm gonna catch him in the first, and if not, I'm catch him in the second. And he's trying to shoot in. I'm gonna submit him.
Okay. Well,
he's not gonna know where he's at. You know.
After Mike Perry, what would you want for the rest of the 2018 calendar year?
My goal was to be ranked. That was my only goal in 2018. This is my last fight on my contract, but I'm not even worried about that. I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all. I can't think about that. I don't think about that. I feel like I made the right choice by quitting my job and doing this full time. I made it this far to Fox and shit part time. Yeah. You know, part time. Everyone else fighting full time. I'm doing part time. So for me to drop all that and to be training full time, I mean, no one's ready, dog. I'm telling you, nobody. And it's gonna show. Yeah, my goal was to be ranked. The contract's gonna take care of itself. I'm not even worried about that at all. At all. Not one bit. So, dude, I'm proud of where I'm at, and dude, I'm telling you, I'm so excited. I can't wait. I can't wait to fight him.
It's gonna be a banger, that's for sure. Well, you got any sponsors or people you want to give a special thank you to?
Man, I want to give a shout out. You know, God, man. I mean, it's like life's crazy. How you're somewhere and then you're somewhere else, and you know, to get these kind of fights, you know, I work my ass off, man. It's you know, I feel like the owners like me, you know, to get the bonus, and you know, that was a life changer for me, and just what it's turning into. You know, I'm telling people, I'm fighting on Fox, like Fox Sports 1, Fox Sports 2. I'm like, no, like Simpsons, like Fox 40, like Fox, like rabbit ears, dude. Like, you know what I mean? It's just such a blessing. You know, I want to thank my coaches, you know, Dave Marinoble, my main sensei, been with me since I was a little kid, you know, and I get way more time with him. I get like three times the time with him now since I've been full time. I see him every day and this and that. You know, my strength coach, Coach Doug, my boxing coach, Norm Cavallero, jiu-jitsu coach, Jay Mihara, my strength coach, Coach Doug, Coach Brito. So all my coaches, everyone that's putting the time in, my girl, you know, my pup, you know, I got my little Frenchie, you know, Taz, my girl. But my sponsors, man. You know, the Turp House. I have so many. Symmetry for Health, Fit Kitchen Foods, Hayabusa. I have so many sponsors, like big time sponsors that are like Hayabusa. They sponsor DSP. So I have these ones that are like, my life is just coming together. I am beast mode. I am becoming. You know, it's amazing to just look at me like, man, I'm blessed. I mean, it's amazing, bro. It's amazing, and I'm so thankful for it. You know, I have many more sponsors, but I thank you guys. You know who you are.
Yeah, I'm definitely stoked to watch your journey. I definitely appreciate being able to view it, and it's definitely cool and inspiring. And I mean, I love hearing that you're sharing that story with the youth of today. Like it's awesome. But for the one or two people who are not already following you on social media, how can they get at you? What are your Twitter handles, Instagram, Facebook, all that jazz?
Yo, follow me. Facebook is Max Payne Griffin. That's my fighter page. Max Griffin is my regular page. It's like packed though. Instagram, Snap, Twitter. It's Max Payne MMA. MAXPIN MMA. So it's Max Payne MMA.
Awesome. Well, Max Payne, thank you so much for taking out the time. You are living the dream. headed to UFC on Fox 28 in Orlando, Florida, taking on Platinum Mike Perry, February 24th. Best of luck to you, sir.
Thank you, fam. Thanks, Eddie.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it, bro. And talk to you after my win, boy.
Looking forward to it, brother. So there you have it. Max Payne Griffin headed to UFC on Fox 28 in Orlando, Florida, taking on Platinum Mike Perry. That's going down February 24th. Go check that out. In the meantime, you can read me over at bloodyelbow.com. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheEddieMercado. If you like this interview, you can subscribe to my channel right there. Subscribe to Bloody Elbow's YouTube channel right here. Check out those interviews right there. Now go be a good person.